What's going on? It's your boy Tunnel Vision. We're back for another one. Man, tonight, Chaves Jr. versus Daniel Jacobs. A fight absolutely nobody has been talking about. A fight that absolutely nobody was asking for. But it's still happening tonight. And a couple of things about the fight. Eddie Hearn had come out and he was talking about how the fight, that Bob Arum needs to worry about his own fighters and his own ticket sales due to the fact that he's saying that Jacobs versus Chaves Jr. sold twice as many tickets as Mean Machine versus Terrence Crawford. Yeah, that's all nice and dandy, but the thing that he didn't talk about was the ticket prices. I mean, you talk about in places where in the Terrence Crawford fight, you had to pay $300 for tickets. In the Chaves Jr.'s fight, you paid $20. You know what I'm saying? Spots where you were paying $200, for the Terrence Crawford fight, you were paying $500. Certain spots where you're paying $500 for the Jacobs Chaves Jr. fight, you're paying $1,200 and up for the Crawford fight. So it's different. It's like basically saying, you know what I'm saying? You only sold 5 cars and I sold 20. But you sold 2020 Honda Civics and I sold 5 Lambos at $600,000 a piece. It's totally different. You can't really compare those two things. That's number one. Number two, the biggest thing is that, we all know about the drama, the saga. Chaves Jr. refused to take a drug test a couple of months ago. He's suspended in Nevada. They had to go to court in order to get an injunction so he could fight this weekend, and he missed his weight. So this guy could possibly be on drugs. That's the number one thing. Allegedly, he could be. It's a possibility because he refused to take drug tests. That's number one. And number two, he was basically 5 pounds over. 5 pounds over the 168-pound weight limit. So that could be a bad combination. They had someone on the side training. So if this happened, that Danny Jacobs would have somebody else to fight. But for whatever reason, they didn't take advantage of that. They're still doing the fight. All they did was they gave Chaves Jr. had to give up $1 million for being overweight, and that was it. I'm not sure why Danny Jacobs is doing this. I understand people want to make money, Ben, but there's some things that are just more important than money. You already made big paydays. You signed with Eddie Hearn. Signed with the Zone. You made 2 huge paydays. You should be good. Like $700,000 after taxes, whatever, $1 million should really not be anything to you right now. So for you to put your health in jeopardy like that, I don't understand it. Me personally, to me, it's completely asinine. Especially when there was somebody else that was already training that you could fight that person instead and let Eddie Hearn and let all of them deal with that with the aftermath. It ain't got nothing to do with you. But you're still going on with the fight. Not only are you going up in weight for your first fight at 168 pounds, you're facing a guy that came nowhere near even making the weight. So God knows what might happen to you in that ring. The fact that Phoenix is even allowing this fight to happen to me, all right, something happens to that man. His family files that lawsuit and y'all got to come out 40, 50 mil. Because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So especially when it comes to that particular promoter, when it comes to the whole drug thing, Matchroom can never, and Eddie Hearn can never say a damn thing when it pertains to drugs. Period. Keep your mouth shut. Because 90% of the people who test positive, you end up signing them anyway. Okay, so he needs to be quiet when it comes to that. That's one person that should never speak anything when it pertains to the uses of performance-enhancing drugs at all. And he clearly doesn't give 2 craps about his fighter and his fighter's health. We're letting this guy that's not even signed to the Zone come in 5 pounds overweight. And you're still going to go ahead with the fight. Putting this man's life, he's putting his life in danger over a check. No disrespect, but that's some hoe-ish. You got a kid that you're supposed to be thinking about. You got a family that you're supposed to be thinking about. You already got a second chance in life by beating the cancer that you beat. You know what I mean? And then you just putting it all in risk for a check. That's some selfish-ish, and that's some hoe-ish. Especially when you got a kid that you're supposed to be taking care of, and a kid that you're responsible for. That's not gonna, if you end up not making it, that kid is not gonna be sitting there saying, oh, well, at least we got this extra $1 million. He's not gonna say that. Yet you're gonna put yourself in a particular danger for absolutely no reason. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Some people, I guess, when it comes to what's important in life, they got their order, and some people's order screwed up. So I guess, we'll see what happens with it. The fight's tonight. It's not a fight anybody asked for. No one's talking about it, but it is what it is. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out.